So it looked like there's a water pump and a fan clutch from a big rig somewhere out here earlier. But my point is, you've seen all the videos and all the pictures in almost every state in just our country. And I accidentally went into Canada, and when I came back out, there was people from Canada that crossed over. It was all black Audis, BMWs, Mercedes, Volvos. It was definitely a crew, you know. But anyway, so the government will hire, the FBI and third-party contractors will hire other people to follow you around like I've been showing you everywhere else. But what the government won't fucking do, even though they claim it's the new Green Deal, right? What the fuck is all this? We're literally, like I said, this is a recreational off-highway vehicle area. Nobody they'll come out here and cruise all like crawl speed, foot on the brake for almost a half mile from the highway to those telephone poles and sit there and watch me for an hour. So overall, they burn an hour and 15 minutes. But what nobody does is come out. Everybody claims that they're green. Oh, save the environment. What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this? Okay? All this. Now, I know what you're saying. Why don't you pick it up? Well, you know what? I would, but people are such fucking assholes to me and my dog and whoever else decides to hang out with me for a short period of time and use me. They're so fucking rude to us, I don't want to do anything like that, even though I can. Okay, so this right here, and it's like this down there, there's literally someone took engine parts off a car and just threw them out here. And right across the highway, that sign right there says, Heart of the Mojave. Heart of the Mojave, okay? So people will come out here on the government dime, okay? And you saw, they'll zoom right by us on their Razors or in their 4x4s or in their trucks, or they'll follow us in their cars, you see, and they'll do all this weird shit. If we pull up to a gas station, they'll pull up and park, pointing their car at us and be on the phone. As long as we're there, they'll be there. And when they leave, someone else will be there to take their place before they leave, and they know each other. Okay, the government spends money on frivolous investigations instead of actually, oh, look, AOC preaches the new Green Deal. Okay, well, how come there's not a bunch of fucking volunteers and Greenpeace crews out here picking all this shit up in the Mojave Desert? I can show you this exact same mess about 25 miles north, up in that area where I was staying there. There's syringes and bottles broken and cans and bleach bottles and all this shit. And if you go out where we were in Fort Mojave, we were literally on the road that leads to the dump. People will get halfway out there and just throw shit in the desert. The government doesn't spend any money on that. But trust me, this is the private sector, which is still related to the FBI and everything else. It's all connected. It's just loopholes, guys, okay? So that's what the government really cares about. Serve your country all you want. They don't care. I gave 10 years of my life away, and this has been going on. This is a spill off, what do they call it, trickle down from my parents' generation, because there was contractors in our family in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. So I was already experiencing this. And then when they can't do that person because they're old and vulnerable, they go to you because you're young and you're still in decent condition, relatively speaking. That's what the government's worried about spending money on, okay? We're literally out here camping. You can point out what the government should be doing, and then we can record and show you what they're actually doing with your taxpayer dollars and whatever kind of money slush funds they have. Okay? So there you go. Tires all over the place, broken bottles. If you go out near the dump, it's all broken bottles and shells. Nobody fucking picks up after themselves. The government and these private sector programs will spend all kinds of money following people around that are innocent or aren't near as guilty as they make it seem, but they make money off of it. It's all kickbacks, car rentals, food cards, gas, all that's government kickbacks. They'll do that, but they won't come out here and clean up the fucking mess. But you're supposed to believe that they're concerned about the environment. It's looked like this. I'm 40 years old. It's never not looked like this in some spot or another. You're being lied to.